Down to three choices to build. Little hook there for his spare. Doesn't go out it straight with a plastic ball. As we see the Player of the Year race. Tommy Jones told us last night he still thinks Patrick Allen is the front runner.
And with a win, Tommy Jones can get to within about $7,500 to $8,000 in terms of overall money to PA. PA leading that. PA leading just about everything except titles. And when you vote, when the membership votes for Player of the Year honors, they look at wins quite heavily.
Sticks with the same ball. What a ball reaction for Tommy Jones. 6-0 on TV.
Tests always make me thirsty.
From frigid Grand Rapids, Michigan, the PBA Banquet Open on ESPN is brought to you by Miller High Life. To live simply, proudly, boldly, manly, this is the High Life. By Geico, you too could save 15% or more on car insurance. Call Geico at 1-800-947-AUTO. Try one of Denny's new Hardee's Scrambles, the Meat Lovers or the Heartland Scramble, each just $4.99. Denny's, we're cooking now. After 6 frames, working on a strike, Tommy Jones, a 30-pin lead on Steve Jarrett. Liz Johnson awaits the winner of this semifinal. Speaking of Tommy, his power has never been questioned, but he learned that versatility is really the key to winning. And he breaks down his success this season in this week's Dexter Approach.
Tommy Jones has become a complete player because of versatility. He's learned how to change his role. Picture on the left is him trying to go much straighter and more end-over-end roll. Now, this is the one on the right is him hooking it. Look at the bend in the elbow versus less bend here. Now, at release, watch how much flatter his hand's going to be right here versus the rotation right here. What this does, it enables him to create different ball reactions on every lane condition he bowls on.
Tommy Jones, Randy, has been red hot. We talked about the incredible 6-0 on TV, 10 of 11 matches he's won over his last couple of years. He's in a zone. You know what that's like.
I tell you, what a great feeling. You get in that zone, and everything is done on a subconscious level. You look to see where you're putting your feet, you put your hand in it, you look at your target, and then you just go.
Jarrett swings on spare here. Looks for help across the deck, can't get it on number 10. This is 6th
I already know how to pick that one up.
frame.
And this is basically the way his entire year has gone in a nutshell. 2 messengers back-to-back on the right lane.
Worked out in the off week at Fox Bowl in Wheaton, Illinois. Close friends there where he runs the pro shop. Really felt good about his layout, about his look heading into Grand Rapids, but as he mentioned to us, we're so surprised to get this far. He's gone 19 straight events without a win. And he wants to be exempt, like the bowlers you see now, bottom of your screen. Those who have won majors are all the way through. And the list has grown by several this week because of points, which you will see coming in the bottom of your screen. Nice shot from Jarris.
That one was a lock. I missed my good one.
11 spots still open heading in to our final events of this season. All battling for exempt status. This guy is already in with his 3 wins. The hottest bowler in my mind on tour. When he has a look like this, Randy, the guy is money. 7 frame. There we go. Blitzes 10 more down for a double. 41 pin lead.
Yeah, Tommy's in his wheelhouse. He's in his comfort zone. And if he holds on to win, he's going to bowl Liz Johnson, who is bowling in her comfort zone, the outside line. You're going to have 2 players attacking this chameleon oil pattern 2 completely different ways.
Come on, get this one.
So, Randy, you know about being in that zone, 86, 87, 11-1 in that span, 3 titles. Back-to-back titles in 87. You've been there. Must feel good.
It is, and it's a hard place to get and a hard place to stay in.
Let me tell you something. Tommy Jones is in that spot.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is enjoy it while you're in the moment because it's not always there. And right now, Tommy Jones He's in the zone.
That's for a turkey in his 8th frame. Jarris in a huge hole. 51 pin deficit.
Look out.
Bad shot.
Didn't like it right through the nose,
Yeah,
way
bad
high.
shot. Just tried to jump
I
on.
want to thank you to John Plasso, Banquet Senior Marketing Manager. Appreciate his help and support. Title sponsor of our event here in Grand Rapids. .610 down for Jarris, but he needs strikes for that huge deficit, and he knows it. How do you think his nerves are, Randy? It's been so long since he's been on TV. A guy who was so dominant last year.
Well, he's probably tight, and not so much because he hasn't been on television in a while, but I think more because he's not real sure about the change he's made yet, even though it took him all the way to the telecast. He still needs a little bit more time to work on it. But a great stepping stone to going into next week's major World Championship. And he'll need another big week.
Oh, man.
You can see what he did last season, when he made 166,000 and change. And this year only 54,000. But again, I want to reiterate that you don't win 3 times and then forget how to bowl. Different oil, the patterns have changed somewhat, and Steve just hasn't figured out a way to get around it.
Jones for the 4-bagger, help on number 9, 61 pin lead. It's all but over. And in fact, it is now officially over. He will take on Liz Johnson. We'll fast track to the end here. To finish up the point 2 on Steve Jarris, we talked to him about tour trials, and it's looking like he may, unless he excels at the World Championship somehow. Looks like he may have to go that route. He's going to be close on points. He's 45th as we speak right now. He said he would do it. Maryville, Indiana is when it takes place. Yet another strike for TJ. That's the first week of June in suburban Chicago. Same site as last year. 9 games a day for 5 days. Different PBA oil pattern every day for potentially Steve Jarris at the tour trials. We're going to see you back there again this year?
I'm not sure. I went last year. It was no fun. I got to tell you, it's for the guys that made it through, kudos to them, because it's a grueling 5 days. But I'll tell you what, a lot of work and not a lot of fun unless you're one of those players that earns an exemption.
The unbelievable zone for Jones continues. Jones zone.
Jones zone.
Against the Lizinator.
And Steve just tried a full rack. That wasn't a full rack. I think he was missing the 7 pin. Just give him a strike anyway, guy.
That's ESPN Classic right there.
What's that? Where we going?
Over Dave DeEntremont. 257, 195. That was last March 7th for Jarris. It's been this long since he's been on TV. With his family in attendance. Going to come up short against sizzling red hot.
One more.
Tommy Jones from Malden, South Carolina. The 2002 PBA Rookie of the Year may be our 2005 Player of the Year if he keeps this up. But who stands in his way? History-making Liz Johnson. It's Jones and Johnson. Battle of the Jays in Western Michigan next.
Hey, while rates are still low.
We've already made so much history today. Liz Johnson, first ever woman to compete PBA Tour TV show. Now she goes for a title against the red-hot Tommy Jones. That's all coming up. Later today on ESPN2, the biggest names in drag racing face off in one of the sport's premier tracks.